Yo, yo, what's up, party people? Welcome to Muck On The Market. I think people are stopping in today. We'll see. It's been a very interesting day today. First, let's talk Muck On The Market. I think people are stopping in today. We'll see. First of all, let's talk about Tesla and how to whack out billions of dollars in market cap from your company on a conference call. I think we all know how that went. Hilariously, I don't get it. I don't understand his cavalier attitude towards, research analysts who want to really give him a lot of credit and have like a lot of faith in the man. And why he just won't answer, basic questions, why he has to have this attitude of smugness and being kind of just like an asshole. And it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, the old adage of bees and honey over vinegar, and it just I'm confused by it. It's like I feel like he's almost daring everyone to go out and like prove that he's a fraud or that his company is crap. But that's weird. And second of all, I know Quote the Raven did another YouTube show on Tesla like this, and he pointed out the more cars they sell, the more money they lose. I'm still confused by that. So, it's not in their best interest to massively make cars. And that's fine. I get it. If you want to do something like that, then why are we trying to mass produce product when you're losing? The more cars you produce, the more money you lose. I don't feel like there's any way he can get around that. But that's okay, because Bugatti does the same thing, but Volvo wants them to do is, or Volkswagen wants them to do is, every Bugatti that gets sold, they lose a lot of money on, and but they don't care. It's a thing. Maybe he should try to work out that, like, sell less, but keep it like limited on who gets Teslas. I'm still confused by the Solar City stuff that just aggravates me and confuses me. That market's closed. That still he got away with that. And I feel like that should be looked into. But I feel like his antics alone should be looked into. I know Kramer came out today and said if they have to raise another round of capital, that he's going to lose his job. And I don't think he'll ever lose his job. I think the company will go bankrupt before he loses his job, just because, people think he's the next Messiah and think that he knows all. And I guess maybe that's given him a massive ego and complex that he is right. He doesn't need to waste his time. And I get it. If you don't think that you need to waste your time with bullshit, then don't lead a conference call. Don't get on an earnings call. Why are you there? Like, if you can't be bothered to answer questions, why are you there? You're right. Maybe I'm wrong. The markets were way down this morning, and then went way down. Started coming back. Lunch, I was wrong. I thought it was just like a lunchtime pop to continue to get short on. I covered some of my TVIX longs, so I got out of the day. So the rally didn't really hurt me. But looking at how the day ended up, it's a boom, right bounce again, right back up. Well, let's see if we can hold this. I feel like we're at a point of, so the market has to go one way or the other. We're either gonna go see new highs, or we're gonna break the 200-day moving average. I could be wrong. The market could just trade this way for the next 4 years, and I'm not gonna say that I would be mad about that. But I feel like eventually we're gonna hit an inflection point and something's gonna happen. I honestly can't tell you which way it is gonna happen. There was a good bounce in, if you were looking at the July Fox 40 calls, went from the 50 cents, 45, between the 45 and the 50 cents that they've been trading in today to 115, a massive spike on big volume. I feel like that's signaling to me that there's going to be some good news on the AT&T Time Warner merger. I feel like if that one goes through, then there's nothing to stop Disney, Fox. And if Disney Fox goes through, you're looking at like $42 a share for Fox. I think it's a buy right now. I don't know if you're really going to have a chance to buy after that news comes out. That's just my opinion. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For TVIX was rough today. I'm gonna get a volatility show going on here. I just got to round up the guys to talk about it and set up a date. I feel that, and this is my personal opinion, I don't have the proof to back it up yet, that I feel like TVIX is being, well, not TVIX, I feel like VIX and the volatility market is being mispriced, mishandled intentionally. I feel like it's a TIBOR, LIBOR situation where people are, manipulating it for, their personal end. It doesn't seem like it's trading the way it should trade. And for people to say it's just a fear index and there's no fear, that feels wrong, because yesterday you got a brief pop up to the upside and then a massive sell down, and this morning massive sell down pre-market and then massive sell down. Yeah, the buyers came, but you can't tell me that people are afraid of that. Like, people are afraid, and so don't tell me that the VIX is just fear and no one has fear. I mean, I feel like that's bullshit. Like, there's a lot of fear in this market. No one really knows if we're going to go to lows or if we're going to go to highs, and we all love volatility. We all love trading volatility, but don't tell me it doesn't make you shit your pants to not know which day the market's going to go and where the market's going to go. That's why a lot of us try to get flat. I know a lot of people are staying in cash because they don't like to trade the volatile markets. I love it. I feel like I trade it better. But I know a lot of people just like a grindy market. So, to each their own. The trade talks with China, I feel like that could get a lot better than a lot worse. But I mean, we'll see. We do have one advantage over China, is that China buys all their soybeans from us. And I've heard from wise men that trade soybean and those futures that Brazil and Argentina are not having good crops this year. So China has to come play with us anyways. Or also can starve the shit out of their own people, which, we all know that they really don't care if they do. They don't care if they starve the poor and let, 1 million people die to prove a point, which is kind of scary to play a game of, game theory, economic game theory with a company or a company that doesn't care about its own workforce, that they'll let them die to prove a point. A little bit scary. I'd be afraid of that. I don't think it's going to come to like war, but do they care if people die to prove a point to fuck us over? I don't know. I would like to say they would, but you can't put that past them. Yesterday I was trying to do a show, didn't really have time. Things got messed up in my life, which, happens. Was long, a lot of Apple calls going into, Apple earnings and stuff like that. And I did put on some puts just in case Apple crushed, but I was long more calls that turned out well, got out of it. To be honest, I also did a Fitbit call spread and also naked calls to the upside on Fitbit, and while up today, that was bad, but Fitbit upside calls are fairly cheap, so the ass kicking wasn't as bad as it could be. I disagree with Bank of America's call on Caterpillar. I don't think it should be downgraded. I love Cat. I'm a firm believer in Cat, and I think Cat can see 185, 175 up around that region again. But I think in a slow news market, you want to come out and just get press for your investment bank. And I feel like it's easy to pick on Cat and 3M right now because they've been beaten down enough. So, we'll see what happens. I guess there's some news coming out of Twitter. I guess they store all of our passwords. Oh, kind of figured. So, it's nothing shocking to me. Would like to say I'm shocked by a lot of this stuff, but honestly, I'm really not. Still long some Chesapeake, down about 9 cents on that right now. Right now, I feel like it's a trading market, and you just got to pick your battles. You got to wait for earnings. It's not the time to miss or go in line with the earnings. That is going to tend to lead you to get smashed, and that's not fun. One of the trades I did put on yesterday was shorting Snap at the open of the market. Got out of that, made about $1,000, and then I reshorted today some Snap. I cleared out half of it earlier today. I saw the rest. I'm now down money on it, but I cleared out half my position in Snap at. Let me pull up my trade plotter right now. Bottom back at 1060. I got short at 1091. I still have half the position on. Short from 1091 and 1097. I'll hold that for a little while. I don't believe in Snapchat. I don't like their new platform that they did. Not to pile on. I feel like no one likes it, so I'm not trying to pile on that. I just don't like it. I like the old one better, and I feel like they can make a lot of money if you like. Hey, well, if you want the old version, we'll sell it to you for $2.99, $1.99 a month, and you can have the old version, not the new version. Maybe that's something to look into. Maybe that's a new profit center. Be funny, but it could work. Let's see. Let's see what good old 3M did today. 3M looks like pretty flat recently. It's hovering between that $96 and $196 and 192 in that range. So it's kind of hovering. It's looking like it's trying to build back up again. We'll see. The 200-day is now at 201, so that's going to become resistance. We all know. You can talk to anyone. When you break down on the 200-day, it becomes upside resistance, as well as if you're above the 200-day, it becomes downside support. So we'll just go from there. I still have no faith in GE. Long puts, getting my ass kicked in those, which is fine. But I think by the end of this month, GE will be below $13 a share. And just my opinion. This is all my opinion, so take it as you will. Which it's just a one man saying thing, and that's what I like. Crypto. I haven't really talked to my crypto guy, Ghost Trader, in a little while about crypto. We've been more focused on other things. I still think it's a fun thing to trade, and that's kind of where I'm at with that. That's kind of all I really got today. Talking with some people about maybe seeing, they don't think we're going to see a 10-year above, even anywhere near 4 by next month. I don't know. I feel like it might get there. But I feel like that's a crazy tinfoil hat position of mine. Let's just see what happens with that. Love to, fully try to work that out and come up with some ideas. So I'll get back to you guys with that. I'm going to be in Vegas all this weekend, so there won't be a show until Monday. Just letting you guys know. But I'll try to see you back on Monday. I know Bob will be back next week. He's not feeling that great today, so wish him well. Go from there, and see everything goes, and may the odds forever be in your favor, and kick some ass. Bye, guys.